We have a new advanced synthesizer which mixes wavetables with FM and many other great features. It has up to 6 voices, great effects, and many modulators. This is Ghost. Before I forget, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel and give it a like, that means the world to me. The developer is Exacoustics, and as far as I know, it's a one-person operation, which makes this synth even crazier. By the look of it, the amount of features and the price point, you can infer that this is competing against other big names in the synthesizer world, as a versatile multi-engine, does-it-all kind of synth. But of course, as with any other one, it has its own unique features that makes it great. Now, full disclaimer, the developer contacted me beforehand, giving me a free license for this. And I gotta say, ever since I started playing with it, I like it a lot. So I'm happy to be part of these day one videos. But of course, this is a review, so let's start reviewing. So as I said, the main focus of this synth is FM and wavetables. One of the best features for me is how intuitive the FM routing works. It's something that's better understood when you look at it rather than explain it, but here we go. At the bottom you have the regular outputs, so you can create different voices without using FM. But then when you click these dotted crosses and you go upwards, you start increasing the FM amount. So for instance, if I want oscillator B to frequency modulate oscillator A, I just have to do this. And if after that I want to hear oscillator C and also apply frequency modulation, but this time from oscillator A, I just have to increase this value. So you see, it's very easy to program your own FM routing. Now the wavetable part makes this even better because having weird evolving shapes to use in FM, of course, will give you even weirder and different evolution kind of sounds. Besides that, as with any great wavetable synth, you can drag and drop wave files to create a new wavetable, for instance, this kick. Now, this is not about the wavetable per se, because you can apply different effects and even modify the waveform. We have options like the bend, the asymmetry, the syncing, the window, or some spectral effects like filters, shifting, and stretching. Not only that, each of the 6 oscillators have its own filter and its own distortion, which come before the FM. Besides that, we have our typical controls for tuning and whatnot, even for unison voices. So you see, already with these two features combined, you get crazy timbres and many different sounds that maybe are not as easy to program in other synthesizers. Now, as I mentioned, we have a lot of modulators to add movement. And by the way, if you go to this icon right here, you get the modulation matrix, which will let you change the modulation type and also add other types of modulators. So it says we have 3 envelopes and 3 LFOs, but actually we have more than that. You just have to keep adding them. And as with other synthesizers, the LFO are actually MSECs, which makes it better. Besides that, the LFO can be set to audio rate, and you can tune it on semitones. This can add even other layer for audio rate modulation. Besides that, we have random modulators and your typical things for keys, even aftertouch. Now, it also has a very unique modulator that is not exclusive for this synth, but I haven't seen many other synths that have that. This is a frequency modulator, and if you have used something like Kick 2 by Sonic Academy, you may be familiar with this. This one can be routed to frequency or pitch, because it's all about making a curve or an envelope for the frequencies. As you can see, the y-axis is the frequency, and as with Kick 2, it's great to program percussive kind of sounds. Besides that, it has a loop mode, and again, as with the LFO, it has audio rate modulation, which is crazy for this kind of shape, and of course, it's another form of FM. So for me, all of this is already part of an advanced and deep synthesizer, which is also very easy and intuitive to use. You can go very deep in the kind of sound that you want to make. But of course, that's not it. If this synthesizer wants to compete with others in the industry, of course it will need effects. They are also deep and very advanced. Not only they are big, which makes it better to look at and better for workflow, but they have also a lot of features. We have a compressor, a multimode filter, a chorus, a multiband compressor, like your OTTs, a flanger, reverb, distortion, phaser, delay, and a very advanced EQ. I mean, just to show you how advanced this can be, the filter has many different shapes. Not only your regular ones, but also comb filters and phaser filters. The multiband compressor has upwards and downwards, so of course it's like an OTT. But not only that, you can set a clipping ceiling for each one of the bands. The delay is a little bit more regular, but you can use resonant high-pass or low-pass filters. And of course, you can also modulate that. The distortion is multimode. We have a lot of different types of distortion. As I said, the EQ is very advanced. It has 4 bands, I believe, which can be set to different shapes. And of course, you can modulate the frequency, the gain, and the EQ. The flanger and the phaser are these filter-style flanger or phaser, which lets you control better not only the pulse or the feedback, but also the shape that you're dealing with. And the reverb is amazing. I mean, it's very well programmed. I mean, for instance, not many reverbs inside synthesizers will let you change the amount of reflections. And besides that, it also has this sidechain amount. So you see, the developer also went hard with effects. I mean, I'm sure that if he releases the effects as standalone plugins, they will also be great. All these sounds are available for channel members and also for my patrons, so consider joining and supporting my content. So, conclusion time. I already said that I like this synth, but let me share with you my thoughts. Someone may say that this is like an FM Serum, and I'm sick of people comparing every new advanced synthesizer with Serum. Each synthesizer is its own thing. What I like about this synth is that it shows that the developer wants to deliver something great. I mean, me and other creators and sound designers were in constant contact with the developer, so we could report bugs or give suggestions, and many of those suggestions were actually implemented on this. So the developer is very open to that. So if you are looking for an advanced synthesizer that you can use for many different purposes and that's also fun and easy to use, I'd say go for this one. Besides that, it's also great to support independent developers, especially when they deliver excellent results. So I invite you to try the demo for this synth and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, I will see you next time and bye bye.